Welcome back to the Plot Armor Podcast. I'm Dom. That's Connor. In the middle here is Alex. And honestly, we are all so exhausted for this episode. So this is going to be a low-key, low-energy episode. And we're just going to, just since it's so fresh, it happened last night, we're just going to start off with talking about the Spurs Thunder. Twog, I know you had some stuff you wanted to talk about it. I know I was personally excited with the ending. I loved it.
Oh, I was very happy that the Spurs won. Fuck the Thunder. I hate Thunder.
Yes. Yes, excellent.
Luke Cornett was playing like absolutely prime
he was
LeBron
a
James
stud, dude.
blocking
He was
with his
killing
block.
He was
Oh,
killing it.
love that man. He was a Celtic a couple years ago. I'm sad we let him go.
Yeah. Did you see like the ending of that game?
Yeah, I watched the whole game.
Yeah, how they didn't care about the disrespect. They were up already at the. They
Oh yeah, the dunk
it
at the end.
Oh my god, that I got so
It was
hyped up
electric.
when I saw that. That is like a movie ending of deserved. Like it was. Yeah, that was so good.
Also, the game before when Wemby was just sending hits after Jared McCain.
You just put a bounty on their head, and then they
That was
subbed out
great.
Shea. They're like, all right, well, gotta go after another one then. But no, I'm excited for the finals now because I'm not gonna lie, if the Thunder won, I was just not gonna watch the finals.
Really?
This series just infuriated me so much that I wasn't gonna watch it. I love basketball. I always watch the finals every year, regardless of what team is in it. Last year was already hard in the finals to watch. This one would have been just it. I would not be entertained watching it. Like I would hope Brunson wins, but
I got a hot take, kinda. I really think the Knicks are gonna win.
that's a very hot take. I think that they're going to take a few games. I think it's going to go to game
Like
6.
they've just been so they've been so good as a team against anybody in the playoffs this year. I said it to my roommates yesterday while we were watching the Spurs Thunder game before the Spurs even won. I would think the Knicks would have won regardless of who won that game.
Like no, regardless if it was Thunder or Spurs.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean,
Hey, you're all in.
the
huh?
thing is,
I'm all in.
The thing is, they also had. Not only are they on a crazy run, but they had 2 weeks of rest.
Yeah.
Like the Spurs are just gonna have to get right back into it, going against a pretty dominant team.
I think it's gonna go to game 7, but
I think it's gonna go to game 6. I think the Knicks are like they were doing really good. I think the Spurs are gonna be too much for them, depending on everyone like staying healthy and like someone not like sitting out poorly. Like if both teams are fully healthy, I think the Spurs are going to take it.
yeah, no, they're definitely, I would say, the better team, like on paper, but just like the way that New York has been playing, I
Yeah.
mean, they didn't give the Cavs a chance.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, poor Donovan Mitchell.
No.
Poor Donovan Mitchell. But no, I'm agreeing with you that if anyone's going to do it, it's the Knicks. Like they're a bit on such a roll that it wouldn't surprise me if I find out, or like if I'm watching and the Knicks end up winning. It wouldn't surprise me, and I also wouldn't be disappointed. I'm happy with whoever wins.
Yeah.
But I do truly think that just as long as the Spurs are locked in, they're going to win. It
That's
just
fair.
will take it to either game 6 or 7. I'm assuming 6, but yeah, no, the Knicks are doing really, really good. At this,
They are. I also think you can tell by my sweatshirt. Do you
Well,
know who
of
I'm
course,
rooting
yeah.
for?
Actually, that brought up another question. I was actually talking to Tilton earlier. So, are we both crazy, or were you a Spurs fan?
A while ago, yeah.
What changed?
It was our friend Eli. I wasn't never really into basketball that much. Like I just had like I was a Spurs fan because I just like had a Spurs shirt when I was like 5,
Oh, okay.
and so it was like my first like basketball like association.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Spurs, and then they were like always good. Like they had been in the playoffs like basically my whole life. The Celtics at this point were not doing the best.
Yeah, they had Avery Bradley. Marcus
Yeah, like
Smart,
they were kind of ass at this point. And I remember Eli came up to me around when they got JB or JT. It was one of the two.
JB.
And it was right before they started doing good. And he was like, "You have one chance. I'm giving you this one chance. Like you can come back around to the good side because I know you're not really a fan. Like before they're good." And I was like, "You know what? I'm sure. I'm just gonna be a Celtics fan
He was
now."
just like, yeah, you have one chance before you will be called a bandwagon. Like,
Yeah, basically, quite literally, yeah. And
this is your last in. If you miss
And I've
this
never been
exit,
like
you're not gonna have another
I've
one.
never been like a big New England sports fan either. So like I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna have this one New England team. I've stuck by him ever since.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good one to stick by.
He gave me the same. He said the same thing to me when the Spurs got Wemby too. He was like, "You can go back to the Spurs before they're really good." And I was like, "Nah, I'm rocking with the Celtics from this point forward."
Oh, that's funny.
Who have the Knicks beat?
The Cavs, like just in these playoffs?
Yeah, the playoff series.
The
Who
Cavs,
did
the
they beat?
Pistons.
Did they? Who played the Sixers?
The Celtics.
No, but then the Sixers won.
No, Knicks. They beat the Sixers.
Oh, they beat the
The
Knicks.
Sixers.
Okay.
yeah, the
So yeah,
Yeah,
they-
because I remember it was a big thing about what was it? Was it Game 7 that like? Was it Game 7? What I remember there being a big deal that there was more Knicks fans than Sixers fans at.
Oh,
Oh,
Sixers.
really?
yeah.
Yeah,
then,
okay.
Then yeah, yeah. So then they beat the Sixers. They beat the Cavs. They beat the Pistons.
Okay. Well,
I mean, it's not
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
craziest set.
I haven't watched that many games this year, but based on like who I know is on those teams, we almost beat the Pistons. That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like a
But
mark on your
did-
franchise
did
if
they-
the Magic
did the Knicks-
almost beat you.
Am I am I am I an idiot?
You might want to cut that out, or at least like bleep it
Am
or
I-
something.
Maybe I'll have to bleep it if any. I don't know. I might get lazy and just say screw it.
All right.
Am I an idiot or did the Knicks like not lose? Like they lost maybe in like the first.
Well, the
series?
Sixers game went to 7. Tilton was saying, right? He just said that one
was
went
that the
to
first
7?
team they played though?
I think so. I think
Yeah,
they
'cause,
like,
they
remember if it
swept
was
they
7. I
swept
think
the
it was,
Pistons
though.
and the Cavs. I'm pretty sure. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
because
sure
I
they
was
swept
remember
both.
like they were like
Yeah.
in the past like 10 games they were 10-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just like I didn't mean like not lose overall. I meant like haven't lost.
They haven't lost
the
in a
past
while,
two
yeah.
series. Yeah.
I mean, then that's not even like part of. That's why I think they're gonna like do so good. Like they're not even like winning by like close margins. They're like
No,
destroying.
I know. But, like how
dude.
Tilton was saying, how it's like some of those teams that like the Knicks were going against are just like, I mean, yeah, they should win, but they didn't just
I
win.
just
they,
don't
like,
think they're that impressive.
obliterated them.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean they haven't played anybody crazy.
I mean,
I agree with you. Like, but I don't think that the Magic almost beating the Pistons should be a stain on their franchise because I was saying the whole time like the Pistons are so new. Like I did not think they were going to do particularly well in the playoffs.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, as far as beating teams, Sixers has been their biggest challenge through this playoffs, which the biggest challenge was Joel Embiid, which I like. You know, Joel Embiid is obviously talented, but he's also very limited.
Yeah.
And he's always injured.
Yeah, of
and
course.
then you've got the Pistons, who, like you said, are young, and the Knicks are definitely more experienced, and they were definitely having trouble because I mean they literally, again, went to Game 7 against the Magic, and I know you're saying that's not a stain, but it is like saying something. I mean, I like the Magic, and I do think we're good, but as an 8 seed going to 7 games, not the greatest look. The
Yeah.
Cavs, it's so hard. Like James Harden is like the poison of any team, and it's not even that I think he was actually like toxic on the Cavs this year, but for some reason that man just never lets anybody do well. Like he does just good enough to lose in the big moments. And then
Yeah.
I also think I do think he is kind of contradictory to Donovan, where it was pretty clear in the little bits that I saw that the Cavs were not playing with nearly as much effort as the Knicks. Like the Knicks had so many fast break points against the Cavs because they just wouldn't run.
Yeah.
And I do think that is a little bit of a Hardenism because he is just
Yeah.
he's a pretty lazy player
That's
as far
fair.
as defense goes.
Yeah.
So looking at the Knicks and the Spurs, I'm not gonna throw out the Knicks, but I do think that they really I don't know how they're gonna deal with Wemby. If Wemby is doing well, I have no idea. I mean, Cat is the best you've got, I think, and that ain't enough against
No.
Wemby.
No.
I just don't know how they're going to stop him. They're going to have to do something really strategic, which of course is very possible. And I actually think they're both pretty equal on energy. In fact, I'd give the Knicks more energy. I think their fan base is bigger. I think they're louder.
Than the
I think they're
Spurs?
super excited to be in the finals.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
Than the Spurs.
100%.
Oh, the
So
video.
they're going to be
100%.
they're going to have like high energy, but the Spurs are also coming off of they didn't have 2 weeks, but sometimes that's a detriment.
Yeah, like they
sometimes
are
it's
warm.
better to be in a flow.
Yeah,
Like, they are
especially.
ready to go. They know how they want to play. They're rolling. They just had an intense franchise that they needed to beat. I mean, they were literally like the mafia out there. putting hits out there. So they're really motivated. I don't know if the Knicks can do it, like talent-wise.
No,
I just don't know if they. Wemby's the biggest thing. If they can take care of Wemby, then yeah, I think they're definitely.
I mean, they also better hope
that.
that
I just don't know how they're gonna lock him down.
They also better hope that Castle and Champagne don't play the same way they did fucking game 7 last night, because they were cooking.
Yeah.
They were absolutely cooking.
No, I mean, that is why I said, like, it's definitely a hot take, me thinking that the Knicks are going to win. Like, the Spurs are definitely, like...
Yeah, because when I was checking in on the score, I was like, okay, yeah, so the Spurs are winning. They got, like, almost 70 points. Like, how many does Wemby have? It's like, they're like 12. It's like, oh, who's carrying?
I know,
Champagne with 6'3".
No, I just think that these teams are both still pretty young.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that, like, I kind of feel like the Knicks want it more. Like, it's been so long since they've been this good. Their players are really putting their
of course,
heart on the line. I think that really...
New York City will fall apart if
I agree. And I think that, like, while it has nothing to do with the actual skill of basketball, I think that does have some input on the game.
Probably
like, they're going to play...
They might
They're going to play hard. They're going to play harder than the Spurs because they want
They might fight harder, but again, like, sometimes it doesn't matter how hard you fight. It's like they say, like, oh, it's not about the size of the, it's not about the, like, the size of the dog. It's like the fight in the dog, right? Like, they say that.
It's like the worst, the most unelegant way to say that.
I'm tired. I do not remember what the actual thing is. They're just basically saying it's like,
it's not about
how big you are. It's about how hard you fight. Like, basically. But then again, if you're like, they're fighting Wemby at the end of the day. Like, it's really hard to stop. Like, you can really want it bad, but you're not like, you're telling me, like, or you're not telling me, but like, let's say a G League team is about to fucking face the Prime Warriors, and I don't care how much they want it.
That's an extreme comparison. The Knicks are still a great team. Like, it's not like they're that.
I know, but you can't say
Wemby is definitely the best player on that court.
Means that they're going to win. You know?
No, I didn't. I'm just saying, like, I think they got the heart. And I also think
I agree.
They
have more heart and more fight than the Spurs are going to have.
But I think that just because, like, Wemby will be the best player on that court, for sure.
Well, yeah.
But the Knicks have a very, like, pretty well-developed team. I think that overall, roster-wise, the Knicks are probably better. And if
they're probably deeper.
And I think that, like, if they, like, like Tilton said, Wemby is going to be a hard guy to stop. I don't think it's going to be impossible for them to stop him. And I think if they do figure out how to stop him, that series is theirs.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to figure out how to stop him. They haven't yet.
I just think it's on Wemby's shoulders.
That's fair.
He either steps up or it doesn't. If he doesn't step up, then I think the Knicks are going to win. I think they'll take advantage of it. Like you said, like, they haven't been just relaxed. Like, they're up 3-0. Game 4, a lot of teams will actually, kind of be willing to throw that game away so that they can win the series at home. Knicks are like, no, I don't care. We're going to throttle you every single game. And I think if Wemby doesn't set the tone right off the gate, then the Knicks are going to run all over him. It's all dependent on Wemby. I just have confidence in him that I think he's going to step up. Like, he's going to do what needs to be done. But I do think it's going to go 6-7 games, and the Knicks are going to be a tough fight.
Oh yeah, no one's sweeping anyone.
No, definitely not. I think it's going to be a great finals, regardless of who wins.
It will be a great finals.
I don't know. I'm feeling the Knicks winning this one. They're bringing it back for New York City.
Yeah, I mean, they'll fight, but I don't know. It's just.
I'm actually really happy for Jalen Brunson. Like.
Oh yeah.
He's been consistent in the last several years. About, like, every playoffs he just shows up.
Yeah.
He's just been rolling, and he came out of nowhere.
He really did.
He wasn't that good for a long time. And then he just came out of nowhere and had that crazy run. And even I was like, okay, yeah, but it's not going to last. But, like, every year he's been coming back good.
Regardless of which team you say this, like, finals win would mean more to, no one can argue that the player it would mean the most to is going to be Brunson. And, like, like, what he brought. Like, he was borderline, like, unknown to, like, the majority.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just came up to this franchise that needed a finals appearance, and obviously, like, I mean, the Knicks have been getting beat to a pulp for so long now. And this guy that just shows up and borderline carries them to this point is like.
And granted, it's been a little while since
he will be just. so many Knicks fans' favorite player of all time.
Yeah, granted, it's been a little while since the Spurs have been in the finals as
Well,
well,
yeah,
but they've
but-
just been consistently good for so
Yeah.
long. It's like I just don't feel bad
Exactly,
for them
yeah,
if they
yeah,
lose.
Yeah. Well, they have recently amazing players.
But they
like,
haven't been
the
good
Knicks
for like.
basically have Carmelo Anthony and Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And that's like pretty much it for the rest of the NBA. As far like of course, Knicks fans know better players on their lineup, but to the general audience, like
Yeah.
that's all you've got.
Also, you got to be hurting inside as a Mavs fan. Just Nico Harrison getting rid. You have Jalen Brunson and Luka on your team, and granted, I think Jalen Brunson may not have like taken off had he not.
At that time, people were probably like, it's fine.
No, I know, but,
But-
as a Mavs fan now,
Oh, yeah.
you have to just be like, that guy is the worst
So
guy
sad.
of all time.
Lost Luka, and now the player that you traded away is bringing this Knicks a fucking
I know, yeah.
championship. Yeah. Oh my god.
But they're not that sad. I mean, they got Cooper Flag.
That's true, yeah.
It's like they
Yeah, but
literally.
that's
Yeah, but, like,
could've
they
been
were-
way worse.
They
It's
were
like a
in the
sprinkle on a shit
finals.
sandwich.
They were
It's
in the
like-
finals the year before they traded Luka.
Yeah.
And then they literally just blew
that's
up their
pretty
whole
stupid.
team. And then immediately all their players got injured and they just somehow got Cooper Flag. Like I do get what you're saying, they have Cooper Flag and that is nice. I still think you're probably in a lot of pain as a
No,
Mavs
I
fan
think
because
they,
like
they still have the shit end of the deal.
Yeah, 'cause, like, would you rather have-
consolation prize?
would you rather like have a team that like got you to the finals or you go like what did they go like they had like 40 wins or something? They were not that good. Like you go from like
Yeah.
being in the finals to now you're like shit with a cool rookie.
Now you're like, yeah, the future might be good, but god damn it, we could have been good now.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
yeah. Like I just
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah. Well, Luka is like an interesting
so sad for the Mavs.
topic because he brought them to the finals, but he's such a liability on defense
Yeah, he is.
that like sometimes teams move on from a player who's like a star player, but it's like did you have the confidence that that person was going to bring you a championship trophy?
Right.
And like Luka, I think I could see both arguments. Like yes, because he brought them to the finals, it's like obviously, but then I could see you saying like, well, that was just the perfect circumstance. Because like if James Harden came to the Magic, I have no confidence that we're going to win a championship. If Kevin Durant came to the Magic, I have no confidence we're going to win a championship. It's like, these
Yeah.
are amazing players, but they just don't win. It just is what it is. Like that's not how they play. Kyrie Irving isn't going to do it. Like post LeBron, Kyrie is not a championship guy.
No.
also didn't he like tear his like ACL or something
tore a
almost
bunch of
immediately
stuff,
after
yeah.
they traded Luka?
Yeah, he tore a bunch of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
he's pretty injury prone as well.
Yeah,
Not
I was-
like Joel Embiid level, but Kyrie does get injured a decent chunk.
I was watching the highlights of the Game 7, and what's funny is just I remember when Paul George got traded to the Clippers, and it was like because it was Westbrook and Paul George on the Thunder, and they were pretty good together. They
Yeah.
were like fun at the very least. But I remember when they got all those picks for the Clippers, and I remember in that moment being like, yeah, like a decade from now, the Thunder are just going to be amazing.
Really?
Like, they just have so many. They had like so many picks. I don't even know how
Yeah,
many. They
actually,
got.
yeah, I
They had
remember
a
them
lot.
having.
But
a
at
ton
that
of
point,
picks
they
as well.
they had like 8 or 10 picks. It was like, yeah, you pretty much just handed the Thunder a good success for the next decade, pretty much.
Yeah,
And
no, yeah.
Watching last night, it was like, yeah, here it is. Oh, the biggest disappointment I will say is definitely like the Thunder easily could have won, but Chet Holmgren was like,
Dude, he had 4
An
points by the
absolute
end of the game.
disappointment.
I know, yeah, he was horrible.
At the start
He
of the
was
fourth
awful.
quarter, I'm pretty sure he had 2 attempted field goals.
Yeah, no, he was really bad.
yeah, he was. If he had just played well, I think the Thunder.
Yeah, because
would've
what
won.
the final score was close. It was like they lost by like 8 or
Yeah, it was
something.
by 8. Yeah, because they were up
Yeah.
by like 10, and then Thunder hit a few threes, and then it was like kind of just like a game between like being up 5 to 8, 10,
Yeah.
down back to 8. So it was a 6-point game, and then the Thunder missed a 3 that when we got the board, passed it to I forget to I think it was Castle, and then they just yammed it with 10
Yeah.
seconds left. It's like perfect cinema, but
Also, this is a little off topic. It's still related to the Thunder, but he brought up Russell Westbrook. I would just like to say, Russell Westbrook on the Thunder, absolutely one of my favorite basketball players of all time.
oh my god, yeah.
yeah,
least
he
for
was
the
really
entertainment.
fun on the Thunder.
Like
He was so much
even
fun
if
to
he
watch.
wasn't like
Yeah.
uber successful on that team, like just watching him on the Thunder is like, this is good basketball.
When he was like, what was he like, averaging like a triple double
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that?
It's like, this is the
Yeah.
kind of basketball I want to watch. Absolutely.
I feel bad for him
It
now.
was definitely stat padding. I mean, there was a lot of times it was like, yeah, this guy's just going after rebounds because he wants that triple.
Oh,
double average,
100%.
but It definitely was. It was fun though.
No,
mean,
it was
there was
fun,
a-
especially because he was just absolutely he was nuts at just dunking on people. At
Oh,
six,
I mean, there
what
was
was
a-
he,
there was
6'3"?
There was a picture I saw that was like, oh, what Thunder fans used to see, and it's just an absolute
I
crazy
saw this.
dunk, and then it's like what they see now, and it's just free throw,
Yeah.
shooting free throws.
Some of the flops that Shea does are just actually so
Dude,
egregious.
some of them, it's like, I don't even know how your body, like, how you allow your body to even fall into
No,
the way.
yeah, like some of them are so unbelievable. It's like it just makes me mad just watching it because it's like, at least try to make it look real.
Like, I mean, flopping isn't a general problem in the league, like now more than ever. Like, but at least some like Marcus Smart, I always hated him for him flopping.
But he was good
But
at
his
it.
flops were like his body is going in the way that it would have went if he was.
No,
hit
he
that
was
hard.
good at it. Like if
Like-
you can get away with it like that, where it's like
Yeah.
really sneaky. He's just doing
Like-
he's like flailing around the court, and they're
Like,
after
he-
being like,
like,
oh, that's
like
a
Marcus
foul.
Smart flops on a charge, and it's like, yeah, it looks like he just got pummeled in the chest and he fell backwards. Shea is like, he gets skimmed on his left arm and his right arm goes flying, and then he trips and hits his head on the floor.
No, yeah.
Okay, on the replay we noticed you didn't even touch him. So how do you even do
No,
that?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Literally,
what physics
the ones
class
where he
did you
doesn't
learn
get
this
touched
falling
piss me
technique?
off the worst. Like the ones where it's like he just literally does not get touched at all. He just is like sliding backwards on the floor, and it's just like he's like looking like he's gonna get a foul.
I mean, there was literally one where I think they were playing the Spurs earlier in the season. He goes up for a jumper. No one is within 3 feet, but he's already in midair on the jumper, falling over.
That's terrible.
Like his natural jump shot now is already in the position of falling mid shot because he's so used to trying to do that. So now he's ruining his own
So
jumper
bad.
by making it a harder shot.
Yeah.
Like, he could just shoot a normal shot, but no, he's already falling, one left crossed over the other, just making sure to like absorb the contact when he falls into the ground. It's like, dude, this isn't like basketball. Like, what is this?
What's
Yeah.
really sad is watching Game 7. He is great though. Like he made some hard shots without flopping. Like just
Yeah, no.
some tough, good shots. It's like you don't need to do that, man. Like
No,
you can
yeah.
be great. Like look at this. Like you can be great and produce a great product without doing all of that flopping.
Dude, that's what I'm
It's-
saying.
I
I
think
mean,
it's sad.
When he plays ethical basketball, he can be really good.
I think that's why it pisses me off so much because he is really good,
Like,
but he still does it.
I've seen Shea be before all the flopping be a really good. I mean, that's why he was a nobody on the Clippers, and then he actually progressed into a good basketball player, and then suddenly he's like, oh, I got a few good whistles. Let me just fully nosedive into this technique and not actually do the rest. And now he's like, he could be still making these finals playing ethical ball and be one of the most loved players in the league, but instead he took the fucking
oh yeah,
dark
because their
side
team
route
is
and
their team is
just-
good without him doing that.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. Like if he just did that from the start, instead of all the bullshit of falling over and just rage baiting the entire United States, just play good ball, bring the Thunder to a ring, and everyone will be like, people will respect you for winning, and be fine with like. If they played all ethical ball, if the Thunder weren't a bunch of floppers and they played against the Spurs, I could see myself being in the position of like, I just hope this is a good series. Like I don't care who ends up winning.
Yeah.
In this one, I'm like, at this point, I want to see Spurs players start throwing hands, and this will make me enjoy it more than the Thunder winning. Like I don't care. It's just it just made me have a vendetta against the team. Like I just
That's
don't,
why
I don't like
watching
watching
Wemby
basketball.
send his shooters after
Yeah, good.
Jared McCain. I was loving it.
Put out a hit on those guys. Like I like watching basketball when I can just like watching the game and not be like, oh, I don't care what team they're playing against. I just want these guys to lose. Like I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, the Spurs winning was less about me wanting the Spurs to win was less about the Spurs
winning,
being
but more about
good,
the
but
Thunder
yeah,
losing.
I just wanted the
Yeah.
Thunder to lose. Yeah,
That's not how I should be watching ball. Like I don't care. That's not what it should be like.
I know.
Yeah. So
Well, I was gonna say, like, I complained a couple episodes ago about the NBA, but I will say that series was like it brought that back for
oh
me.
yeah, because there was an
Where
actual
it was like just the energy. It was like,
Yeah.
I have to watch this. You know what I mean? Like, I have to know what's going on. I have to know who's going to win because I hate a team. And whether you hate a team, it doesn't matter which team you hate, but the hate is so important. It's like, it's so good to have. You have to have a villain and you have to have a hero. And it's really good because you go into the Knicks Spurs and the heatedness is not there. Like, maybe they'll develop it through the game, but it's like, I'm watching the finals and I'm like, yeah, who cares? You
I
know?
feel like the
It's
finals
like
are going to be.
there's a lot of energy going
Yeah.
between the Thunder and the Spurs.
That's
It's not
true.
going to match because the Thunder are who the Thunder are. Not that it's a bad finals or anything. I think you'll get some good basketball. But
Yeah,
I will say that this series reminded me of it, and it was like, yeah, this is fun. This is why I used to watch basketball.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get the hate from like Jalen Brunson and Wemby.
Yeah.
I think they'll be kind of more like respectful than
Yeah,
than
they
Shea
definitely won't
was,
be
or
as.
than Wemby was to Shea.
Yeah, it definitely won't be as aggressive and heated, but I definitely think there will still be a lot of the energy there from the Knicks crowd. From
Oh, the
both-
Knicks crowd
both-
is gonna bring it
both,
up a lot.
Yeah, both being like young teams that are itching to get it to like they're on the big stage now. Like this is the last team that they have to face to win a championship.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of energy there, but there's no way that it's going to be as aggressive and like possibly dirty as the Spurs
Also,
and Thunder one.
I feel like I've never I always pay attention to the finals, but I don't really know how does the court seating work for like who starts at home in the finals?
Usually it's the higher seed, but I
The higher
actually don't know
seed?
who's
It's
the
whoever's the highest seed. If they're tied, I do believe it just flips every year. Like
Okay,
one year,
okay.
it's going.
Okay.
If it's
So,
the West, and then
that's
the
what I
next
was
year
thinking.
it's the East, and the next.
Yeah,
year.
but I don't remember who was the higher seed.
The Spurs were 2, right?
So then
I think
Thunder.
Knicks are game 1 this year. I think it's
Okay, so then
That
it'll
makes
start
sense
with-
because
so
I know the
maybe
Celtics.
Knicks-
I think were 3rd.
Yeah, so it'll be what Knicks. How does it go? It goes
It's 2, 2,
Knicks,
and
Knicks,
then 1, 1,
Spurs,
1.
Spurs. Yeah, so it's gonna be Knicks,
Yeah.
Spurs, Knicks, Spurs.
Knicks if it goes.
And
to
then
Game 7.
Game
Oh,
7
so
will
it'll
be at the
end in Madison Square if it goes to
it'll
Game
end
7.
in Madison Square Garden. Dude, those streets are going to be. I will not be in New York a month after that. They're destroyed.
New York, I win or lose this finals, New York is going to get destroyed.
Oh my god, dude! I'm
I think it's going to be worse if they win. I think it will be far
I
worse.
do think
if they
so
win.
because I think people will just develop just an absolute brain aneurysm after this game of so much
Yeah.
screaming and yelling and cheering that they will forget what's reality.
I might have to drive to New York to
Dude,
party
no.
with the animals.
No, I think that the crime rate and the murder rate of New York will jump like a full 25% that night.
Yeah, well, if I just walk in there in that crowd with this sweatshirt on, they'll love
You
me.
might. No, I'm saying you will accidentally get like killed. Like you will
Bro,
be
yeah,
Yeah, I
trampled.
hope Game 7. I hope Game 7 it gets so intense and it gets down to the wire and Jalen Brunson hits a 3 to win the game and the crowd just rushes the court and starts tearing Wemby apart. Like Timothy Chalamet just grabs his heart and starts running around the streets.
Oh yeah, no,
It
it's
just
gonna
gets
be
absolutely insane.
detrimental to New York.
I can just imagine the scene. I can just imagine it being the scene from Toy Story 3 when all the preschoolers run back in to play with the toys, and the Spurs players are just getting torn limb for limb.
Timothy Chalamet just like his inner Dune comes out. And he's just riding the streets. Oh, it'd be so good. I do hope it has a lot of high energy. That'll
Yeah,
be fun.
I would absolutely love it if it goes to Game 7. Honestly, whoever wins, like I don't even know who I want to win. Honestly, I'm just glad the Thunder lost. I don't care.
Yeah,
who wins.
no, me too.
But I do want it to
I am
be
rooting
a good
for the
series, so I
Knicks.
want it to go to at least 6 or 7. Like I don't want it to be a quick series. I want this to go out and just see good basketball being
I
played.
agree. I know as a Celtics fan, it's kind of crazy saying that I want the Knicks to win.
Yeah, but
But at
again,
the-
maybe if
Yeah, it's
Tatum
kinda
didn't sit out
blasphemous.
on the sidelines.
at the core of like all my sports, like despite me not having a New York team as my favorite in every sport, like they will always be like
Yeah.
a close second to whatever
Because out of every team, the Giants is your top. Like,
is my favorite out of
team
every
from any
sport, and like so like there will always be some in New York.
Yeah.
Like I'm a Diamondbacks fan, but I love watching the Mets still.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Jackson Dart, Connor?
I was not the biggest fan of
They're
that.
getting a lot of heat.
You know, not the biggest fan of that. That was a little unfortunate. The odd choice to do, you know, as you're about to become the franchise quarterback of specifically New York to do
New
that.
York City.
Yeah, maybe a little crazy to
Yeah, not the wisest choice.
yeah, no, but I do think I don't know if you guys saw the speeches made by Abdul Carter and Jameis Winston. I think they handled it well, and I think that they can continue to be professional and play good football without them really having to like each other. Like Abdul Carter's statement, I respected a lot because he was basically like, listen, like we're both working for the same thing for New York. Like we both know what we want football wise, and like one of the reporters asked him if he wanted Jackson Dart to like take back his opinion or whatever, and he was like, no, I want him to stand by his opinion, and I respect him for standing by his opinion, but he needs to respect me when I stand by mine. And like kind of called him out for it.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you know about this, but basically the quarterback for New York brought Trump on stage at a rally at a college.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Rally. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And a lot of they had to have a press conference about it in a meeting in New York because like maybe for not every place that would be crazy, but specifically as our new young quarterback in New York City, like you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
I genuinely think like
it just shows a lot of immaturity for him. It's like, this is not a wise decision, dude.
I agree. I actually think that like it made me a little worried because I really like him as a quarterback and I want him to be our franchise quarterback, but he needs to just let this go and move past it. If he like continues to do stuff like this, I guarantee you he will not be our quarterback 2 years from now.
Yeah, you'll cause a lot of issues. I don't even think it's about the fact that you will have a political opinion. It's just like, yeah, if anybody on a football team shouldn't take a hard political stance to the public, it's you. And it doesn't mean you can't take a stance, but it's like you have to be aware that you are the leader of a team, and you're the leader of a team that's in an incredibly blue city.
And not only that, he is quite literally just like he just is just like the type of guy that like I just never would have expected that from.
Oh,
like
really?
it,
I kind of fully expected that.
Really? Nah, he kind of
looks like the most stereotypical guy.
That's fair, I guess.
Individual. He's like to me the most like privileged frat boy.
Yeah, you're right, but like it's the way that he like kind of embodied New York. Like I don't know if you ever watched him. Like when he would walk out into that field and go out into New York, you kind of felt like he felt the New York like way like, and so like for him to do this and not like realize that would have like negative repercussions because of the fact that it's New York, I was a little surprised by. Also, I'm taking my earbuds
Well,
in for a second. I'm a little sweaty.
Oh, okay. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, I was just...
Didn't he come from Ole Miss?
Hey, I like the shirt.
Oh yeah. Come on.
What is it?
It's his Warlocks shirt. The BBU
basketball
basketball league. He's wearing his shirt. That's sick.
That's funny.
I missed that league.
Hey, come on, I like these shirts.
No, of course. I made them.
Yeah, I didn't get a zombie shirt.
Yeah, well, you were a GM, so of course you didn't get it.
Talk about getting robbed in the finals. Zombies got robbed.
Yeah, they did get robbed. I know.
I kind of sold my team by not showing up for the last game.
Well, half of your team didn't show up the second half of the season.
I know, but like me and Spencer started kind of cooking at the end. You can't tell me it's not true. I had a couple like 20-point games.
Yeah, but were you guys beating the Canines?
It was 1-1, and then I didn't show up for the last game.
Dang.
So maybe.
Start calling you Jason Tatum, dude.
No, yeah, literally.
So Tilton could be mad at you because maybe if you showed up, you would have beaten them, and then the zombies would have beaten you guys, and then Tilton could have gotten it.
No, I mean, yeah, well, no, because literally it was 1-1, and Spencer was telling me that he thinks that we would have won if I had shown up.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how that game played out.
I don't remember, but I remember him telling me that like one of the people he got paired with was like really bad. And so he was like, if you were there maybe shooting like slightly better than that guy, we could have maybe won. So I did kind of sell my team with that one.
Well, everyone in the league just started selling all their teams.
I mean,
so.
by that point, like 11 people were showing up every week.
Yeah, I know. It was tough.
I did have fun though.
I mean, I did too. That's why I'm gonna reignite it. Just I'll have to wait till I have a more committed group of individuals.
Yeah. You should also wait until I have a better job.
Well, I'll wait because I want to do it on like a weekday so
I know,
people
that's
don't
what
just
I'm
plan
saying,
things. So I'll wait till you have an occupation that's not terrible hours
Okay,
and Yeah. Yep. That's definitely the plan. God, I'm so tired.
What else we got?
Yeah, anybody got anything?
I have some stuff. I'm just my brain. I can't remember my list just
What?
because my brain was so fried.
Well, we only got like
What?
it's already like 40 minutes.
Yeah, no, we've got a good amount.
Yeah, we've gotten a good amount.
I was gonna ask Dylan, did you watch the Batman movie?
The first.
The Batman movie?
Like,
no,
do you
I
mean the
haven't.
No,
2022.
Batman, like that's what it's called.
Oh yeah. They're just
You
saying-
never saw it?
No, I still haven't seen it. I want to watch it at home with like my big 75
Yeah,
inch
remember
TV.
he was
Oh,
saying
and
he was
surround
saying
sound
that
and
he was
stuff.
like
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I do remember him saying that.
because we were talking about how Batman's not really depicted as a good detective in most movies. That we
Yes,
brought that
yeah,
one up.
yeah.
Yeah, I still want to watch it, but I just want to watch it in like
one of our more popular clips.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the second one. That's why I was bringing it up. But we can.
When is that one coming out?
Is that next year?
Next year.
Oh,
yeah.
next year's gonna have some
Yeah.
good movies, dude.
But it's just, like I think they just started like filming it or doing something with it. I saw something.
So it could be delayed, but
But I'm very excited.
No
Like, the
way, they
first one
just
was so
started.
good.
That's crazy.
I don't think it was just started filming. They just started doing something. I don't remember. But
Is it? Who's the main bad guy in this one?
in
Is
the
it
first
Mr.
one,
Freeze?
they didn't reveal it yet, which is the cool part.
Oh.
I'm imagining it's going to be Mr. Freeze.
This
Because
is
of
the
the
thing.
cover?
They said it's a villain that's never been done in live action.
Oh, right, they
before.
did say
So
that.
it can't be Mr. Freeze.
Wait, but so my one thing with that is because, well, actually, never mind, because that'd be a spoiler for the end of the fucking first movie, so I can't really say that with Dylan here.
That's true.
Well, it's
I
not
was
Clayface.
I was gonna say with the state that Gotham is currently, it
I mean,
was
Mr. Freeze would be perfect.
that or Killer Croc,
Killer Croc's never been done live action.
the Suicide Squad.
I don't think that counts.
It's live action.
Yeah,
They said it's never been done in live action.
he was like a bad. You're right.
But that's
He was a
Killer
bad-
Croc. It is
Never
the
been
character.
I
Is
know,
it-
you're right.
Do you think it's gonna be Hush?
That would be cool.
That one would be really good, and that definitely has not been done in live action.
No, it's definitely not. There's only a few that had. There's not a ton that haven't been done. They also announced.
Well, here's the thing: there's smaller ones like Calendar Man and like
Yeah, Calendar Man,
Condiment
but,
King,
uh,
but like
but-
I doubt those are going to be ones they're going to put on
Man-Bat.
in that universe. You know, Man Bat
Has
would
the
be a
Mad
really
Hatter
good
been
one
done?
because
Oh, the Mad Hatter. I don't think has been done. That
See,
would be really.
those would be good because you have to think about it as well. They have to choose a character that would make sense in this like universe.
The Mad Hatter could be.
No,
perfect.
I know, but I'm saying like the other ones like fucking Calendar Man, Condiment King. Like you're not going to find a good way of representing that as like a main, like maybe as like side, like yeah he interacted with them like once.
Well, they did reveal
But-
Harvey Dent. Like they revealed
Of
that
course,
he's a side.
yeah, of course.
He's gonna be.
But
probably
like
one of
what they
side
said, like the
villains.
main villain of the story is going to be someone that's never been in live action.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I can
you
100%
know,
see
they-
like the Mad Hatter and like Man Bat, like those kind of like being a group. What were you
Yeah.
saying, Tom?
I was gonna say he's not a villain, but I really am wanting them to eventually do an Azrael. Like they
Oh,
never
I-
talk about him, but he is a
Yeah.
super fascinating character that never gets brought up and really never gets screen time. Like the only thing I've ever seen him in is Arkham Knight, and he's barely in that
He's
as like a
barely
side
in it,
quest
yeah.
that just shows up and has dialogue.
But, even
But he's
in-
such a cool character.
Even in Arkham Knight, he was a very cool character. Like the decision that you have when you finish like playing as him to either like attack Batman or
Yeah.
not attack Batman, like it's like it's a very well written side quest. Like I wish they did more with him as well. That's
Yeah.
a good character.
That would be cool. And that one definitely hasn't been done in live
I
action.
mean, they could do Clayface, but they're making a Clayface movie.
Yeah, that's why we doubt we're gonna. That's why
Yeah.
I doubt it. Plus, with the way that I already saw
But
the
it could be
Clayface
Hush.
movie,
I think that would be interesting.
Hush
to
would
put
be-
those two together.
I would say Hush and like Mad Hatter would be my top two.
Also, based on how
I
the
don't feel
first
like Man
movie
Bat
went-
could be a main villain.
Oh, I guess he hasn't seen the first movie. But based on the tone of the first movie, this isn't really a spoiler, but based on the tone of the first movie, I think I could definitely see them doing Hush.
100%. 100%. That's why I was saying like someone like Goofy and Condiment King would be literally the opposite of what they should.
I think
be
they could still do Calendar King, because he is a little weird with like the calendar, but he's really not that good.
You combined the two names.
What?
You said Calendar King.
Oh, Calendar Man. Sorry.
Yeah. But I mean, it was
like,
just funny.
He
But
said that he would be kind of goofy, but like, he isn't
No.
super goofy. He's just
I can see kinda Condiment King though. You can't
no.
do
You
that
could,
without.
they wouldn't
yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Well, you have to think who can lead a movie. And like, though I think Man Bat is cool, I don't think he can
No,
lead.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I was
Like,
just
as a
Yeah, that's what I
supposed
said.
to-
Like he could be a villain and he can be like an arc in the movie, but he cannot be the lead like main villain.
Yeah.
Also, I'm
I think
cool.
Hush absolutely can be.
Oh,
I actually think the Mad Hatter can be as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
the
he
Mad
could.
Hatter would be a great one. I'm googling it. I'm googling
You're googling what?
Batman villains because I want to see which ones haven't been.
Yeah,
done.
because okay, so like obviously the
I'm trying to
main
think
ones.
who hasn't been.
Joker
Black
has
Mask
been.
hasn't been on.
Who has it?
Oh no, they did do that one movie with Harley Quinn, right? With
Yeah.
Black Mask.
Yeah. Plus, oh yeah, Black Mask, right?
Hugo Strange could be a great villain for this.
That could be, and I don't think
Yeah.
he's been in live
He
action.
hasn't.
Yeah, that could be a good
I
one.
forgot about him. He
No.
would actually be perfect for this.
Let's see
type
who.
of
What other
movie.
ones like even like so? Bane obviously has been. Joker has been. Harley has been. Killer Croc has been. Penguin obviously has been.
Almost all of this list has been live action.
Two-Face
There's only a
has
few
been.
names. There's only quite literally. a few.
Clayface is going to be. No, honestly, yeah. Hush, Mad Hatter, like Man Bat. Those are like Azrael. Those are like the ones that are would be the best options.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like Hush.
I love that they haven't revealed it though.
Yeah.
I hope
I
they
agree.
don't,
That'd be really cool.
I
if
hope
don't
they
reveal
never
until the
say it.
movie. Yeah.
because like Dom and I have talked about it. I was actually just talking about this with some of my classmates about how like trailers are just ruining movies, and I've stopped watching trailers completely. Like I will go to a movie, especially now that I have a schedule in which I watch a movie every week. I know I'm going to watch a movie, so I don't need to know anything about it because I know I'm going to watch it. I don't have to gain interest basically
Yep.
to go. It's been so nice because when you experience a movie in like what I would say is its true form, like knowing nothing about it, maybe just the premise of the fact that it's this kind of movie, like it's a Batman movie or it's a James Bond movie, but you don't know anything about it. It is so nice. Like Dom and I were talking about a long time ago about No Way Home, and like, can you imagine if you watched No Way Home thinking it was going to be a weird Doctor Strange problem, but not realizing that it was going to have all of those villains and the Spider-Man in it?
Oh,
That
yes.
would have been insane
I
to see
know.
that in the theater.
Yeah.
it
But
kinda
that was
like,
spoiled like a year before it came out.
because everybody was just like trying to figure out like everybody's picking through every single trailer trying to find like any piece of
Everything.
editing that you can. I really hope they release one single trailer for this movie and it does not reveal the villain.
Yeah. Honestly, with
They did a good job with these trailers last time though, I think.
for the Batman.
Yeah,
Part
like
one.
you obviously knew it was the Riddler, but they didn't show too much in those trailers.
Yeah, no, yeah, they didn't show too much, and they kind of did want to entice you with showing a Riddler, since that's a lot of people's like one of their.
Yeah, I
favorite
kind of hope
Batman
they
villains.
show, kind of like the state of Gotham and like everything, and
Well-
they don't really show like who the actual villain is. Like, I bet you they show Harvey Dent in the trailer, and maybe that can be like a point of them
Probably, yeah.
helping like getting the city back.
Yeah, I mean, even if let's say they even showed like, let's say they like Man Bat obviously could not be the main villain, so even
He
if
could
they showed
definitely
like
be the
Man
villain.
Bat and like you're like, oh, that's cool, he's in this movie, but he's obviously going to be such a small part, so it's just like they're just showing you a glimpse of what will become, and then who knows who like the main villain will be, but then you're just in shock because you're like, oh, I was kind of banking on Man Bat, and now it's like I have this instead, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, with my thing with trailers is I would love not to watch trailers and just see the movie blindly. But and I do that for like a lot of movies that aren't comic book movies, because for comic book movies my problem is like I'm so excited to see some of them, like Brand New Day. I had to see that trailer. Like I was so
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I know nothing about it.
I know,
and I don't
like-
want to.
like I'm just so excited for the movie, and then I saw like a glimpse of what was going to be in it, and it just created so many theories of me actually being able to like think about it, just like look into this, just like obviously I'm not like I don't want to accidentally know what happens.
Yeah.
Like sure, like one of my theories might be right, but I have no idea which theory it would be, so I was still like kind of going in with trying to figure out what it is, but I'd like to just deep dive into it and like try to break down like, okay, like they're hinting
Well-
at something, like they could be this, it could be this, I wonder which one to be, I'm excited to find out.
I will say, I think that's why.
But do you not think what? Go ahead,
One of you's
Connor.
got to continue.
I was gonna say, there we go. Let's just start and stop. I was gonna say, I do think they handled this trailer a lot. I mean, they definitely learned from their mistakes of No
For
Way
Brand New
Home.
Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they learned from No Way Home for sure, releasing so many trailers and so early as well. We didn't get any news about this or any trailer until like a month and a half before this movie came out.
Yeah.
The trailer came out like a month or two
And even
ago.
the trailer is still like, it doesn't give you it gives
It
you.
really doesn't, and I bet you they don't release another trailer. The movie comes out a month from now. I bet you they don't.
I bet they release one more, but it's basically going to be just the same
probably
thing
do it
as
the
the
week
first
the
one,
movie
just
comes
like
out,
an extra like thing where it's like, oh hey, also this is a conversation that's happening in the movie.
I bet they do it a week before it comes out.
Yeah,
I probably won't watch it.
Especially Marvel movies. Most movies are going to be like, yeah, once it's a week before, I'm not going to watch it just because at that point it's close enough. Like all the Avengers Doomsday trailers, like the little teaser trailers, I'm like, the movie is like 2 years away. I need to I need to know what the hell is going on in this universe because there's nothing that's like I need to be informed. So I will watch those. If they were showing any kind of trailers like a month before a movie's coming out, unless I accidentally watch it or start watching it scrolling on TikTok, which happens, which is why sometimes if I'm really excited for a movie, I just don't go on there because I know I will be spoiled, especially if I'm like late to seeing it. I won't watch it. But if it's like a year ahead and all of the stuff in the trailer could also change by that point. Like they could be showing scene. A lot of trailers sometimes also are just literally scenes that aren't even in the movie. They just want to kind of give you an introduction of what might happen. So, and as someone that's very excitable and has no patience, I would like to see, like, I want to kind of get more excited for the movie. And sometimes a trailer might fuck that over and make it like not excited. Like there's been trailers that I've seen, I'm like, wow, this looks horrible.
Yeah.
But then the movie is actually good, and I never got to see it just because I didn't expect it to be good.
Also, tell them what you were saying before we.
Yeah, and now you continue. Yes, actually, do that.
I was gonna ask, do you think you are genuinely more excited by the movie by watching a trailer, or if you had never watched a trailer, would that excitement build to a bigger level because you haven't had anything, and you're just like let's say Christmas, right? I'll compare it to Christmas. Would you rather have hints of knowing what your gift's going to be? Or would you rather know nothing and know that it's going to be harder to get to Christmas knowing nothing, but you're going to be more excited because you don't know anything, but you know you'll like it?
I'll say, I
like to me, it's so obviously like going to be more exciting if you don't watch a trailer. But do you think you actually get more excited by watching a trailer?
I see Twog's about to say something, so I'm going to let him say it. I'm just going to say a quick thing, which is, like, I know it's a shitty answer and it's not one that anyone likes, but it really just does depend. Like, because I don't want to say that, but it's kind of hard.
Because I was going to give the example of the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer.
Okay.
Like, well, you have not seen it, and I won't spoil it for you, Tilton, so you don't get.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want to watch it,
right.
But.
Yeah.
For me personally, with the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, I could see why people would not want to go into the next movie with it, but because, and I think it's probably the same way for Dom as well, because we're such big Spider-Man fans. Throughout like whatever media he's in, for me personally, like knowing absolutely no information about this movie before it came out, I think I would not be as excited for it rather than having seen the trailer with the way that the trailer was, because it got me excited to see a lot of the stuff that they're doing in the trailer for now, setting up the future of Tom Holland. Like, I think I'm more excited for this Spider-Man movie having seen the trailer, but I could see for other movies.
Yeah, and I'll continue on what he was just saying because I agree. So not to like, I will still be extremely excited. Like, let's say instead of a trailers, let's say the movie comes out tomorrow and they just let us know that today. So it's like there's no info. We're not going to know any info. We just know now the title is Spider-Man Brand New Day. We've seen nothing on it. We don't know anything about it. We don't know who's going to cast it or whatever. I'll still go see it and I'll be very excited to find out what's in this movie. But me previously watching this Brand New Day trailer, it got me to the point where now I am just so unbelievably excited to see it that it's kind of hard for me to even imagine a scenario where I can even be more excited. Like I know some of the things that are going to be happening, and I know like there are things that I've been waiting to see happen, so I'm excited I finally get to see that. And it brings like a lot of the times with especially I'll specifically about comic book movies, about like let's say Marvel or DC or things I'm passionate about, it's going to be more this way that me watching a trailer, most likely what it's going to do is get me more excited for the movie or bring my hopes a little down, and kind of when I'm watching it, my expectations are going to be lower. Most of the time for Marvel, because DC, a lot of movies have been somewhat disappointing. But for Marvel movies, like let's say when I was watching the trailer for what's a recent one that came out, like Thunderbolts, right? Thunderbolts, I saw just the first trailer that they released, and it got my expectations up. Like it got me excited. I saw it. It was a fantastic movie, and I honestly, if I went into it without seeing the trailer, not knowing what may or may not be in it, I may have not been like as excited to go to the theater.
Yeah.
when I have expectations,
Really?
even if my expectations get shot down, or like it wasn't as good as I thought, me having those expectations going up to the movie makes me like, I don't know, like giddy, I guess. I don't know the best word to use.
Clarify. I think it does not depend actually for me. I think I've narrowed it, as you were talking, I think I've narrowed it down. I think for almost every genre of movie, I agree with you, Tilton. I probably would not like to watch the trailer beforehand, just kind of go into it blind. But specifically with superhero movies,
Yeah, like comic book movies.
I
Yeah.
kind of just like being able to like see what's in it, and because like I'm such a big fan of like other stuff like related to it,
Like almost break it
kind
down.
of like thinking about like the theories and like
Exactly.
how that. But like I think I agree with you for other types of movies, but specifically for
Yeah, if you're talking about
superhero movies.
like the Odyssey, I haven't watched a trailer for that. Like
I watched the first 10 seconds of it and turned it off.
exactly.
don't
I
know
almost
what
did because I was on TikTok, so I was scrolling by. Exactly. Like that's a movie I'm excited to see. And it's one of those, since it's not like, oh, I want to like come up with theories and like you said, like try to talk about it. I'd rather not see the trailer because I want to just go in and just watch it.
Because we
and
already, I mean, that is a movie where we already kind of know a story.
I never read the Odyssey books. I only know just based off of.
They didn't make you read that in school?
You think I read the books they gave us in school?
They
fair.
did. They definitely did.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is
they
you
made
say,
us read
you
it.
say
Doesn't
that,
mean
but I feel
I'm not
like
gonna
it.
remember it or pay attention to it. You know.
They made us read that in 6th grade, and I remember I did it because in 6th grade I was a good little boy who did my schoolwork.
Yeah, I was not. I was not.
But you guys say that, but what's interesting is I feel like the truth would be the opposite, right? Because you need the trailer for some movies because you just wouldn't watch it otherwise. And so they have to capture your attention in some way to make you go, like, for example, something like The Fall Guy. Like, I wouldn't watch that. And then I watch a trailer and be like, maybe I'll go watch it. But a movie like The Odyssey, a movie like, for me, Superman, Batman, you take a Spider-Man movie. There are movies that it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go watch it because of what it is. And like The Odyssey, it's not The Odyssey, it's because it's Christopher Nolan. But
That's true.
even a Spider-Man, it's like it's Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I've already seen, or take the Batman. Like, I would have watched it regardless, but because the Batman is so recognized as being such a great movie, people love it, it doesn't need to do trailers for the second one because it's already got, you know what I mean? It's like people know. People
fair.
already know because of the first product. So I don't need to gain interest. So it's weird to me that you guys are like, well, superhero movies, I love them so much that I have to watch the trailers. It's like, it seems like the opposite. It's like you were going to watch that movie anyways because you love superhero movies. So wouldn't it be more exciting to experience it raw? To have because you can still guess, you know.
You're right, but I have a weird opinion on this that a lot of people do not agree with, and I think that is why I feel this way.
What's the opinion?
A lot of people, when you spoil something for them, like say like you never saw Star Wars, and somebody just spoiled the twist of Darth Vader, and Luke is your father, or whatever. All right, Luke, I'm your father.
That's such a mean.
It would kind of ruin the movie for you, right? I've never.
Well, it takes that moment away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
that moment,
I guess that was a
is
bad example, but I just mean like any TV show or like if you gotta get like the stuff. Maybe it doesn't ruin the show, but it takes away the excitement, right? Like
I have to. Yeah, I mean, you said most people will disagree, but I have to say, like, objectively, that is wrong. Like, the moments are absolutely ruined by knowing it's going to come. Like, you can say that it's still a great moment.
But see,
And
that's what
again,
I'm
I'll bring up. I'll still say No Way Home.
Let me get
Like,
my opinion.
it's still exciting. Yeah, continue.
Because you're right. Now, that most people would agree with that part. You didn't get to the part that most people would disagree with. I've never felt that way.
Good.
Is what I was getting to. I've never felt that way about anything.
Yeah, it doesn't
Anytime
ruin it for you.
Anytime anything has ever been spoiled for me, not only does it not ruin it, it makes me even more excited to get to that part so I can watch it myself.
Okay, no, I'm not like that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I think that you objectively, and this could be wrong because I don't know what you've watched, but you have not experienced those like moments where something truly amazing in a movie that sticks in your mind forever came out of the blue. Because like, and I think that that's a product of modern movies where trailers have ruined so many amazing moments that really an incredibly dramatic twist. Like I will say, take the movie The Sixth Sense, a movie
that
that
got me. I did not
had a huge twist. When that came out, like you couldn't spoil it. Like there wasn't spoilers like that because of the time it came out. And so everybody knows that twist, even though it's a very subtle twist, because it was true and natural. People didn't know anything about it. Nowadays, it's impossible unless you're like Rockstar Games with GTA 6 and just absolutely lock everything down and basically have your own police force to not have things coming out about it because things just come out about it and ruin it. I think if you experienced some of these moments not knowing it, you wouldn't feel that way. But it's become so normal to the modern day that you're like, yeah, I'm still excited for those moments. It's like, yeah, of course you're still excited. And there's still great moments and you're excited that they're gonna come. But if you had experienced that moment without knowing it, you would never ever forget it. Like it would stand out in your mind because it's such an amazing moment. And those things just don't happen anymore if you like are on social media at all. Like everyone just ruins it.
You're kinda right.
Even without social media, people talk about it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I do kind of get what you're saying, because honestly, that is a great example, because that is one movie, and even though it had been out for so long by the time that I saw it, I did not know the twist of that movie. And so watching that, and then you find that out, like, that was pretty crazy. But, like...
And that's just a random movie. You know, you're not even, like, super passionate about it, like Star Wars or Spider-Man, you know what I mean?
That's true.
It's like if you had known nothing about Star Wars and then that moment came on and he says, Luke, I am your father, which of course it's known because it was that insane. Like people were like, what? Like that's crazy.
Well,
and now it just seems normal. Yeah, it seems normal now, but it's like that was a crazy moment and we just don't get those anymore.
Yeah.
But I try to get those because I am totally off of social media. Like I don't look at any of it. I don't get any spoilers because those moments are so great, and you have to like make effort to let them exist in this world.
That's fair. Now you're right. I just also don't think I think I do kind of prefer TV more so as well, which I think it's a little bit than movies. Yeah, because I think you do get those more impactful moments in movies when it's such a short form like that, and it's also a lot easier to get spoiled because it's such a short thing. Whereas, like, I think, like, with I've always kind of preferred TV shows, and I don't think that getting spoiled, like, a lot of stuff, like, if it's, like, a long show, it's, like, a 6-season long show, and, like, I get spoiled, like, an important moment of, like, season 3, episode, like, 5, like, I don't think that's going to take away from that for me, the same way with the movie.
See, I'm like while you guys were talking, I'm just having like some weird like realization moments in my own brain about me because like I hate spoilers. Like if it's something that I'm really excited about, like I'll hate spoilers. But yet there's some movies that's like I want to see the trailer.
Yeah.
Which technically is a spoiler. It's a spoiler because it shows you anything that happens in the movie, which means now you know more about the movie than you did before. Yeah. But I guess there's tiers to the spoiling. Like, if you were to tell me, like, let's say when I was watching Invincible, right? If you were to tell me what happened, he hasn't watched season 4 or anything, but if you were to tell me what happened in season 4 with, that.
Well, I mean, if he watches this, he's going to see what you just did.
No, but he doesn't, but he doesn't know what that necessarily means. I just need to make it enough where you know what I was talking about. Yeah. If you told me about that before I saw it, I would be pissed. I would be so mad. Because that's one, like, when I saw it, watching it, when I finally got to it, I was...
Dom.
I was like I was overwhelmed with emotion.
When that dude pops up out of nowhere...
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But to be fair, though, that's the thing. That's the thing with that show as well. I read all of it. I've already
you kind of know what's going to happen.
But I still am excited to watch it happen.
Yeah, but like for me, I knew nothing about Invincible. I was bugged for so long by your ass to watch it, which thank you because it's fantastic. But like me knowing nothing about it, and like I've seen like I have TikTok. Invincible's been out for a while.
Yeah.
I've seen so much of like Invincible just in clip format, but usually the clips aren't like the major parts.
Like fun, goofy
yeah, they're just like, oh yeah, that was a cool scene. That makes me kind of want to watch a show a little more, just because like that scene was very funny. I want to see it again, like in the show. But like those like heavy hitting scenes that just suck you in and just are full of emotion. If that's spoiled for me, I'm gonna assault someone.
That's fair.
If you tell me, oh hey, there was this joke in Invincible and it was this, and I'm like, oh that's pretty fun. Like that's cool. That almost like there's a level of spoilers where it entices me to watch it more, and that I will want to assassinate you for even like speaking of such things. You know.
Consider.
So like to me,
Yeah.
trailers, like especially the first trailer that they release when a movie is announced, like the first Brand New Day trailer, like that to me, it's going to more times than not, especially with comic book movies, but it's going to entice me to see it more, or at least give me more info so I can kind of know what expectations to have of that movie.
Yeah.
While the trailers that are like a day before, like a few days before, I already know that a lot of the stuff in that trailer is going to be finalized. So now that is like 100%, like they're going to show me something that I don't need to know. So that's why I tend to like have that, like if I'm going to see a trailer, it's going to be a month, 2 months, a year before the movie comes out, just so I can at least scratch the itch in my head that I'm already excited for this movie. I need to like kind of know a little bit about it.
That's fair.
And like
But why even chance it?
Like what do you mean?
Why even chance the risk?
But the risk of spoiling
The risk
what?
of seeing something that is permanent, that spoils something major. Like, especially if you know comic book stuff, because even if you know comic book stuff, unless it's something like Invincible, right, where it's just kind of a one-line thing, like Spider-Man, there's a million avenues you can take, because there's a lot of comics and a lot of stories you can talk about. So even just getting subtle spoilers for something that's like comic book related can completely, like, seeing one detail can say, oh shoot, they're doing this comic. And now you know way more about the movie than even was intended. Because if you're not a comic book fan, you probably wouldn't notice that. But if you are, you notice it and you're like, oh, they're taking this route with this villain in this story, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, so how, like, me and Twog had this conversation actually, because like that is true, and in some circumstances that could be right. Like specifically about this trailer, which you're not talking about specifically this trailer, but we will say that even after it, we still have no idea. Like we have no idea which.
I know,
one
but why
specifically
risk
they're
it? Is
based
what
on.
I'm saying.
Because I mean,
If
'cause
you
we
don't
just
watch it, you'll never get spoiled.
We just enjoy the theories. Like we just
I
enjoy
do, yeah,
thinking
I
about like
being
what, even if
oh, like this comic like did this, like maybe we're gonna get
Like,
this. in
yeah,
the movie.
exactly,
Yeah,
like-
But you can do that without a trailer, right?
But
I mean, you can do that
but-
based on the previous movies and where it's going.
But here's the thing: you really can't.
But it's more fun
because
to you guys to do it.
You
Yeah, I guess,
like
yeah.
you really can't know exactly what they're going to be doing. Think about it. We
That-
could
that's
always
the
so all we
point.
have if we have the previous movies and the name of the movie, there is not a single thing we can guess because they don't. They're
Yeah,
they're not gonna
absolutely
continue
you
the same
could.
comic. There's no
What?
like, so you're saying you could if you had the like knowledge of comics or just any knowledge of previous movies, you
No, I
could
guess he's just
you
saying
can
you
guess
could
what
still just, like-
comic that this movie is going to be based off of.
No, I think he's just.
I
saying-
can absolutely give you a direction that I could guess where they're going
So
based
a
on the
direction of
previous
one of the
3 movies.
150 comics.
Well, no, not like of a comic. He's
Yeah,
just saying,
I could probably give you a direction. Sure. That's the fun, is I don't know, but I'm guessing based on what they've given
But
me
that's the thing.
through
Is we don't
previous
know
movies.
Either. We're also guessing based on what they give us. We just have 2 extra minutes of context.
Yeah, but that's relevant to the
Right.
movie.
Yeah, that's.
Right. What I'm saying, it's not necessarily that. Like,
I'm
of course,
arguing.
you guys are saying that this trailer did a good job. However, there's a chance that it doesn't. And so what I'm saying is you're risking it by getting that 2 extra minutes of content. It could spoil it. This one didn't, thank God. But it could. And so why not just not have that 2 minutes and you can do the exact same guessing based on the material that you had that wasn't an extra 2 minutes. And to me, right, the difference might be that just might not be as fun.
Yeah, I
But
think
for me, it's
not.
like, why risk it? Why take the risk?
Well, yeah,
Because
no,
the trailer could ruin it.
You're right, but I don't think it would ruin it for me. I just like you're right. It always comes down to like I have more fun watching it and seeing like the different stuff that they included
What's
in
coming.
the trailer.
Yeah, they're also like to me
Yeah.
the biggest like spoiler would be something vital as in towards the ending of the movie.
But also, we'll have no idea until
And-
we actually see the movie. It could have spoiled a ton.
I mean, sure. I mean, there
It's
even
true.
even the trailers that I saw for No Way Home, like it showed the Sinister Six, like it showed the villains being a part of it. They showed that in the first trailer, I believe,
And
right?
also, that movie.
Yeah, they also ended the trailer with Andrew Garfield in the alleyway, and you don't know it's Andrew Garfield, but you clearly
didn't
know
see
it's
that
going
in
to
the
be
trailer.
a different Spider-Man. Yes, at the end,
Yeah, I
because
think
he
it was
learns
the
how to do
trailer, yeah.
the Doctor Strange circle,
I don't think they
and then
show
it
his
ends
outfit,
with the
but
Doctor
they,
Strange
like,
circle.
Yeah, no,
he
they
opens a portal,
they
yeah.
they showed.
And it's just an
someone, yeah, but
alleyway.
they didn't. I thought you were saying like you straight up see Andrew Garfield
No,
in that trailer. I'm
like,
just like,
yeah,
no,
they-
I
No,
don't
but I'm
think so.
saying everybody knew it was one of the Spider-Men. Like, it was so.
Oh,
It's like,
sure.
who else is that going to be? You know what it's like, no, I don't know that's specifically Andrew, but I know that's either Andrew or Toby in that alleyway based on the trailer of the movie that's coming out. It's like, that should have never been put in there. You should have been totally misled and not even know that stuff, is what I'm saying. It would have been better off that way. It would have been more exciting.
No, you know what? I
in
have
the
to strongly
trailer
disagree. I was so much more excited to go see that movie. And sure, maybe the shock value wouldn't have been there, but there was in that moment, like I knew what someone was. I mean, in the movie also, there was like none of the trailers showed that we might get both fucking Spider-Man. So like that was like
no, but by
like
the time that movie came out,
I was hoping it was good, of course, but I was hoping it was going to be like from that trailer, like I knew it was probably Andrew Garfield it was definitely either Andrew Garfield or Toby, but I was hoping it was Andrew Garfield. And then once the movie came out and I was right, it just made me that much more like I enjoyed it more in that moment than if I like.
Yeah,
I totally disagree that I think that if you went into it blind, that movie would stand out so much more to you than it does now.
I mean, the movie
Like
already
to
stands
you now,
out so
it's just
much
like,
more.
oh, it was
my favorite
exciting.
live-action
I think that
Spider-Man
movie
movie.
would stand out like The Sixth Sense for you.
I think genuinely,
Like you would have lost your mind if you didn't know at all that they were going to include other villains or the other Spider-Man. You would have lost your mind that that's what they did.
I think for the most part on this one, I do agree with Dylan because that one it was a bad, I don't agree with for all superhero movies, but that one is a bad example. They did a horrible job of marketing that movie, and by the time that movie came out, it was not even just theory that they would be in it. It was almost fully confirmed
fact
that you knew both of them
yeah.
were going to be in that movie. And I do think that had I gone into that movie not knowing they were there, and maybe you get the yeah, I guess the villains too. They reveal all those villains. Your first thought is,
well, there's also no way of making a trailer for that movie without showing that.
Exactly. Don't make one. You don't need to. Everyone's going to see it. It's Marvel. It's Spider-Man. You don't need to make a trailer to sell. And in fact, I think you would have sold more tickets because everybody would have watched it the first time and been like, yo, you have to watch the new Spider-Man movie.
No, I gotta
people would have
disagree
blown
because
up.
there's no way that as many people would go. People hate the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. There's no way they would go see
You're
that.
crazy.
One if they just thought it was a third.
You're crazy. If everybody went to the first running, there's enough Marvel fans, there's enough Spider-Man fans to go watch it on the first run.
Wave, but there's enough fans that would go on the first wave.
Oh, of
that
course.
Would then, what he's saying is that there would be more because after the first wave, everyone would be coming out of the theater saying,
okay, yes, of course. Everyone would be coming out just saying yes,
you
yeah.
have to see the
But yeah,
I'm saying that movie
There's
would
no
be
way
better. It would be way better. Everyone would have been so shocked, and I think you yourself would appreciate that movie better.
I said
imagine
100%
watching
the
that
shock
movie
value
having
would be
nothing,
way
and then Doc
more.
Ock comes out. I think you would like the movie better. Total. Because of that
I don't
shock
think that's
value.
possible. It's like a 9.5 out of 10 already for me.
It's absolutely possible, dude. It's absolutely possible. Like The Sixth Sense would not be talked about today if it wasn't that big of a twist. If that twist had been spoiled before that movie came out and everybody already knew about it when they watched it, that movie would not be nearly talked about as it is today.
Yeah, to be quite honest,
It's talked about today because of the shock value.
The rest of that movie isn't that good either.
Yeah,
No, it's not. It's not memorable enough to be talked about today, but it's talked about today because of that.
Movie is the twist.
Exactly. And that's why I'm saying I actually think that this movie would be better and would be looked at better if it had provided that shock value. But what I'm saying is that that's not common today, and that I don't see why people try and why not bring that shock value yourself, because you do have some control. Like there's some things that it's just inevitable. Like I don't think you could have gone into that movie not knowing it. Everybody was talking about it, not only on social media but literally in person. It was going to be spoiled to you. Like probably getting your ticket, someone would have said something and spoiled it for you. So there's only so much you can do.
Damn.
But I just think that why not take the effort?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen movies after seeing trailers and without seeing a trailer, and I mean, to me, obviously it's hard. I can't physically answer how I would be if I didn't see the trailers because that's not possible. I've seen the trailers, but like right now, there is no way that I would know how I would react to going see Brand New Day, in a month if I didn't watch the trailer that I already watched a month ago. There's no possible way of me being able to do an out of mind experience to say that, but. 100%. I just being able to actually, I don't know. I legitimately think that the movie would just be just as sure. Could it be slightly better if I didn't see the trailer? Absolutely, because I'm just seeing a movie just at face value. So everything is everything is a surprise. There's a lot more shock value and possibly more enjoyment. But me being able to just spend 2 months just constantly theorizing and thinking of different things. Now, when it comes to regular, just any movies that aren't like related to comic book characters, absolutely not seeing the trailer are 99% of the time, besides like movies that you think are going to be but until you see the trailer. Those are the one time that's like, yeah, I agree that trailers are they will ruin the movie. But as a comic book fan, when it comes to these movies, 100% me, I will risk not being as shocked and as surprised at a specific thing that happens for me to be able to spend 2 months of my life theorizing and trying to figure out like what could happen, what just in general, just being excited that much more for 2 months.
I'm going back to my original answer, and I think it depends on the trailer. Because
it just depends on what the movie is. That's the overall art.
Depends on the spoiler. It depends on the spoiler for sure.
It really does, because like I think Brand New Day and No Way Home are both good examples for both things, because after watching the Brand New Day trailer, I can't see how anything could particularly really be like a spoiler. Like unless they
I'm not going to say the specifics, but you know who's in that.
Yeah,
you know
like,
what happens. Like you know where it gets to.
It's not like the same thing as like No Way Home, where it's like I don't care. Like I know all the Spider-Man films. We're getting pick 1 out of the 10. We're getting one of them. Like that doesn't matter to me. That getting revealed, and like that's what I'm saying. I think that's a good example for a good trailer, whereas the No Way Home one was a bad example, because like that one just everybody picked that apart and figured stuff out, and it was like that would have been very cool to see Andrew and Toby without having that been spoiled. But like I don't think the same thing is going to happen with this movie. I think it depends on the movie. And
I'll ask. The trailer. I do think it depends on the person, right? Like, you're not wrong for your opinion. If you do find more enjoyment out of the 2 months than you do, like, the everlasting shock value, that's fine. That's the beauty of movies. But I will ask, are there any superhero movies that you, Dom, would have... Do you think you would have enjoyed more if you didn't watch the trailer?
Well, I'm saying if trailers didn't exist,
are there any of them that you didn't
all of them more.
Want to watch it?
Like, I know I would enjoy it more, but are you saying... that you're saying like the
well, you just made a whole argument about how you said no, I don't think you would enjoy it more.
No.
Or if it was like it's not substantial, the amount that you would enjoy it more doesn't really matter.
Okay, so you're saying like being able to like spend that time like theorizing, like it wasn't worth it is basically what you're saying.
What? Yeah. Were there any superhero movies?
Like I was spoiled so much that
I wish they just would have never came out with a trailer.
Okay.
Because it made the movie worse.
I'm trying to think of what trailers are like that we didn't already mention.
Also,
that are like really. I'm trying to remember I'm trying to remember for the Infinity War trailer what, because I'm sure I've watched it, but I don't remember. If I will say, if in that trailer they spoiled anything towards that like ending, like
I'm pretty sure they spoiled the snap of Infinity War.
Yeah, but we didn't know what the snap what it did. Like I think I remember like that Thanos snapped. But they didn't obviously show what happened.
Yeah, like Pitches to Black. But they basically spoiled the like, hey, it's basically going to culminate in a big fight and Thanos is going to snap. That's pretty much what they showed. You just may not have known what the snap was.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I knew that snap meant like half these people are turned to ash, that would be 100%. I wish trailers stopped existing now. You know. But I honestly cannot think of a trailer that like ruined like any surprises to the point where I was like visually affected by it. Obviously I'm sure there is one. I'm positive there's one because I've seen so many movies and watched so many trailers. But I mean, I guess not one that's big enough to where it affects me to this day, where I'm just having nightmares about it. Because I mean, I guess recency. I guess probably somewhat recency bias, but yeah, I mean, No Way Home. Would I have enjoyed it more? Yes, I already agreed. I definitely would have enjoyed it more. Did I love being able to theorize and think about everything that might be happening in that movie? Absolutely. And that's just the person I am. I don't know. I might be fucking crazy. But it's just hard. It's really hard for me to be in a position where I'm thinking, okay, what would my viewing experience really be if I
I
didn't
actually
see the
agree
trailers?
with you that I do like the theorizing aspect as well, but that is the one movie that I would give. Like, that is the only superhero movie I've ever felt that way for, because there wasn't really theorizing for that movie. Like, it wasn't like they released it a year before the movie
Okay.
came out. It
If
wasn't
they
theorizing
unless they
about it.
literally showed the other two Spider-Men, it is theorizing.
It wasn't.
Like literally,
Yeah.
It wasn't
Not
really.
really.
It was people taking the visual effects from the trailer
People
and being
knew.
like, they edited it here and here.
Okay,
And like, there was
you
no
knew
theorizing. It
because
was like, they,
you knew because they were in the trailer, or you knew because it was obvious that they were going to be in the movie. Those are two different things. One is theorizing. One is they blatantly showed them in the trailer.
But it's not theorizing.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a
necessarily just that they
silly
didn't show
point to
them.
argue.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they didn't show them.
It's
but
kind
it
of a
was
silly
obvious.
point.
But
wasn't
it
a
is
theory.
theorizing.
It wasn't
Boiled
a
down to
theory.
the
It was
basics.
just they're going to be in the movie. Like,
Okay.
They didn't show them, but you knew.
No, like
But
it's
all I'm
not
asking
really.
is it that they straight up showed them in the movie,
Well, my
or
point
did
is that-
people assume because
No.
it is obvious?
But
Like,
my point is
like it's
that-
not like
I think
oh,
that's a. I think that's I think that's a ridiculous extrapolation of like the circumstance. If you would have asked two people, is Tobey Maguire and Garfield going to be in the movie, and you said no, majority of people would look at you and be like, "You're dumb, dude. Everyone
Yeah,
knows
like,
it's going to be
I'm
in the
saying
movie.
it was
it's past
obvious.
the
It was,
theory.
like,
It's
the
past
most-
the theory at that point.
Yeah.
You can recognize and say, hey, you can be a nitty gritty and say, look, they didn't show him in the trailer, so you really didn't know. It's like we didn't have to. You didn't have to see the trailer. Everybody knew and was
It
proven
also
right.
could
Like,
have been
if they were proven
a-
wrong, you'd have something to stand on. But
Also, the thing about the theory.
you're being picky. Everybody knew that they were going to be in the movie well before the movie came out.
The thing about the theories as well is like I like the theories about like when it's like there's a bunch of different stuff like I can like come up with that. That wasn't like me theorizing it. It was everybody on the internet with the exact same theory of they're gonna be in here because they were just in there. Like there was no fun or enjoyment of me being like this might happen. Like they could go this way. It was like this is just happening this way.
Yeah. There was no argue. It wasn't like two people were like, well, my theory is Andrew Garfield's in it, and my theory is he's not. It's like, no, everyone just knew that. They were theorizing other stuff, and there was a 50-50 split on maybe some other stuff, but everyone knew they were going to be in it.
Okay.
I'm just saying that, like, you can't. That's being a little picky. Being like, well, it's still just a game.
All I
theory.
asked is
It.
the term theory is a theory. Yes, it is the easiest fucking one to do because it was obvious and it was 99.9% already there. But it is a theory. And that's
I mean,
all
if we're
I
gonna-
said.
if
I
we're
said,
gonna-
is it a theory? Those 4 words.
I mean, if we're
and
getting into the vocab aspect of it, like yes, you're technically.
that's
correct.
all I asked. All I asked 10 minutes ago. That's all I
But
asked.
what was your point in asking that? What was your point in asking?
I don't even remember because we just talked about it not being a theory for fucking 10 minutes when it was a theory.
Also, we've already gone for too long with the episode. We've gone for like an hour.
Good. Let it be running. But yes. Good. It means the conversation was actually flowing and good content is being
It is,
made.
but now I'm done.
So just let it go, okay?
Let it go.
All right, but yeah, no, that is. I mean, we have been talking for a while, but I'm tired. My head hurts, and now I'm just. Oh, one of you end this off.
Damn. Go on, first pod argument. All right, guys,
It was exhausting.
we're going to sleep.
Chat, this guy's crazy, dude.
No, I forgot. You guys didn't know then. All right, we'll see you guys next episode. Goodbye.
Wow, that was like the most abrupt
Goodbye.
ending ever.
I know.
Like Dom just got mad and then it ended.
No, I was.
We didn't
looking
even
at
get
the
to like a final point.
No, I was looking at like the time, like 20 minutes ago, and then we just got on this absolute tangent.
That's
and
fine. That's good content. That's the thing that people like to fucking watch.